Vortec has, I feel like that fits like the S550, S197s a little bit better, but like the actual like whoosh, you know, it fits like the older cars, like the LS cars, you know, the mod motor cars. I don't know, let me know down in the comment section what you guys think, what you think sounds better. I feel like everybody that has S550s are gonna say Vortec, but for this specifically, I think the Tal is gonna take the cake, man. We're gonna go to my favorite spot for a second real quick. Oh, looks like they got the truck training going on here too, or they might, I'm not too sure. They got the doors open though. I'll pull into a different area just so I don't go ahead and bother these fellas. Ooh, they got all the doors open here actually. Man. Usually they don't have the doors open. Honestly, I've been noticing, like if I come around like noon, they got them open, but like at night or like really early in the day, they don't really got them open. But watch they shut that shit. As soon as I park my car, because they don't want to hear the chop. All right, hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. Now in this video, I did want to go ahead and clear up some things, answer some questions, and offer a real review on some of the latest modifications done to the car. We've changed the suspension, we've changed the tires, and overall, I feel like now that I went out and taken the car to a roll night twice, technically 3 times running up against the boosted 5.0, I have some seat time and I can clarify any questions and concerns you guys might have. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. We're making the same video when some more modifications are on the car, because I'm gonna make some changes very soon, but I want to talk about these right now. All right, so as I make my way to the back of the car, I do have to give a huge shout out to the Toyo Proxys TQs. I feel like these are some very, very underrated tires. Everybody's on the Mickey Thompson bandwagon, the Toyo R888R bandwagon, but these tires, I'm telling you guys this right now, are the best tires I have personally put on a performance vehicle next to the Mickey Thompson ET Street SS's. I have not tried out the R's yet, but I can guarantee you these are gonna ride better than the R's. So far, I have 0 complaints about these tires. I have them in a 315/35/17 configuration, so if you have a new Edge Mustang and looking for a sticky tire, these are the way to go, man. These are so sticky. I have yet to spin these tires from a 60 roll. These tires slightly spin from a 40, and that's when they were cold. They are dead quiet if you guys are cruising at like 60-70 miles an hour. They are dead quiet if you're going 120 miles an hour, unlike the R888Rs. I've had R888Rs before on a different car, and they were very noisy at 70 miles an hour. So I was kind of concerned if this was going to be the same, but they're not. These tires are putting in some serious work, and I cannot be happier about it. A lot of you guys put me on the Toyo TQs. Now I'm spreading the word, man, spreading the hype. These are some great tires. If I can get the same size that the Mickey Thompsons are on my 350, I'm gonna have to go ahead and swap them out, because these are good in the rain. I drove through damn near a hurricane in these tires and they were stable. Obviously at high speeds they're stable as well, because I know a lot of people were concerned if they were going to be kind of wobbly at higher speeds. They're not. This car is very stable, but I do think that is due to the suspension as well, which I'm going to be going ahead and talking about, because I did make some changes to that. But for the most part, I am beyond impressed with the Proxy TQs. They get a 5-star review from me. Again, if you have a new Edge Mustang that makes around 600 horsepower, definitely go ahead and try these out. You are not going to be disappointed. Now, something else I'm going to go ahead and add about the Toyo Proxy TQs is they are affordable, and they are, believe it or not, cheaper than the competitors. Now, they're cheaper than the Mickeys, they're cheaper than the R888Rs, and they're also cheaper than the R2 Nitto compound tires, and they offer similar results. So these are a massive W. There is no reason why you guys should not try them out if you need new tires and looking to save some money. Now, something else I had to do to this car recently was I had to refresh my suspension. Now, this car has a QA1 tubular K member. It has Maximum Motorsports caster camber plates as well as the coilovers. It does have Maximum Motorsports control arms, and I had to replace my blown out trailing arms with some QA1 tubular trailing arms to kind of go ahead and match up with the tubular suspension. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this right now, this car handles incredibly well under load, and I cannot be more happy about it. I know a lot of people are on the fence and questioning whether or not going tubular suspension is worth it, and so far, after about a month of driving the car and taking it out racing 2, technically 3 times, I am incredibly impressed with how this car is handling. This thing is like on rails at high speeds. There is no wobble. I like to call it like that death wobble where it feels the car is shaking and not really stable. This car is incredibly stable. I need to go ahead and weigh this car because I know that it is significantly lighter than stock, even with the heavier, you know, stock-ish street wheels on the car currently. Now, I highly recommend you guys going ahead and upgrading to tubular suspension if you're looking to refresh your suspension and save weight. If you're wondering, is it daily drivable? Absolutely. I technically daily drive this car. I drive it to get groceries. I drive it every day just to enjoy it. And obviously, you know, I get down and race this car, and it drives better than my old white car, which had the stock K member and pretty much stock suspension the whole way back, except, you know, some lowering springs from H&R. So overall, this is definitely a solid setup, and I am really impressed with it, and I recommend you guys going ahead and upgrading your suspension if you have not already. Let me know down in the comment section what suspension components you guys are running on your new Edge Mustang. So far, I'm really happy with the way mine is performing. The next thing to do, technically under, like, I should say, suspension and drivability, is to go ahead and upgrade my drive shaft. And I do want to go ahead and get some lighter brakes and obviously lighter wheels in this car, because, you know, I got some heavy, you know, rep wheels on here right now. Definitely need to go ahead and get some forged wheels on here, lighter brakes, drive shaft. Shit, I need a new upgraded transmission as well, because it's 3650. You know, it's putting in work, man. It's hanging in there. But I know as soon as I turn this car up, we're gonna be on the ragged edge of this transmission setup. All right, want to go ahead and wrap this video up with the POV Drive. You guys know how we rock. I think it's like 103 degrees outside right now, something like that. It's cooking. It's cooking. Question, is it worth going ahead and completely building up my 4.6 2-valve? Is it worth going ahead and pretty much transforming a car that makes 200 horsepower stock to upwards, you know, of high 5s, low 600 wheel? Or should you go ahead and sell it and buy a Coyote? Or should you go ahead and sell it and pick up a Terminator Cobra? Now, I think this car is living proof. And also, I did think my old white 2-valve with the stock bottom end was living proof that it is in fact worth going ahead and building up these cars. Now, speed aside, it's just a different feeling just having a 2-valve, you know, a car that is considered, you know, junk, slow, not really worth anything. It actually actually having something that, you know, is kind of worth something, you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, it's gonna be a GT body. It's never gonna be the Cobra body, but this car just, it makes you feel some type of way, man. Just being able to outperform a lot of the newer cars, especially guys who have it seared in their brains that there's no possible way that a new edge Mustang can be fast. It's just a really good feeling, man. It really, really is. Alright, so if you guys haven't noticed, my radiator is slightly, air quotes around, slightly leaking, so I do have to keep the reservoir topped off with coolant. Give me a couple seconds, let the car cool off, so I can go ahead and top this off, and we'll continue with the POV drive. Alright, so I topped it off a little bit. The light might come on, but I think it's time to kind of go ahead and head home anyway, so I'll let it sit in my garage, and then before I take it back out, obviously we'll top it off. But as I was saying, is it worth going ahead and building up a 2-valve, whether it's a 5.4 or a 4.6? 110%, man. Obviously my car is a built 5.4 2-valve, still a 2-valve. If you would do the same thing I did to my car to yours, it's gonna perform the exact same. Honestly, probably a little bit better, because I have the Vic Junior intake manifold on, only spinning at 55. So theoretically, the PI at this current juncture would actually make more torque, allowing the car to kind of book it a little bit quicker. But I'm still very happy with the car. More than satisfied. This thing has impressed the hell out of me, and I think, actually, I know, not even trying to toot my own horn or sound cocky, I know some of you guys have said that I've inspired you to build your 2-valve and not to give up on it, which is awesome, man. You know, that's kind of why I started this channel. Want to help you guys out, document, I guess, my journey along the way. And you know, if I'm inspiring a lot of you guys to go ahead and build your 2-valves, and have something a little bit, you know, a little bit more unique, something that you don't normally see out on the streets, you know, mission accomplished, man. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. Because this car, like I said, it hits different, man. It's a different feeling going home, you know, knowing that, you know, there's old Mustang that, again, everybody considers old, slow, not really worth anything. You know, going home knowing that you went ahead and just beat up on a bunch of newer cars, kept up with a bunch of newer cars, and probably, you know, hurt some feelings. You know, it's all in good fun, man. It's all in good fun. Obviously, when I go out, you know, I leave my ego at home. You know, I rip a Shelby GT350 and I race a 2-valve. So you can't say that I have an ego. I literally go out in a car that has mismatched fenders, fucked up paint, and, you know, get down. So I think that's something that I'm personally proud of, and I think a lot of you guys enjoy seeing the content on the channel, man, because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it's very easy to build up an S550. Those cars are easier to drive, in my personal opinion, because obviously with the very minimal mods I did with the GT350, it was significantly quicker than my old white car, and I literally just have long tube headers on that thing. Now obviously in this car, with a lot more work done to it, a lot more elbow grease put into it, you know, it hits a little bit different. It really does. And that white car hit different as well, because whenever I was like door to door with a 10 speed or something like that, and you can see that look on their face like, yo, what the fuck? It's always like, hell yeah. And this car being manual just makes it that much better. You know, no disrespect to automatic, but I mean, an old car with the stick shift, oof, man, you can't deny. It feels badass to drive. Like this car, it feels badass to drive this thing. I think it also has to do with the cams as well. I mean, just having a car that chops, it just makes you feel like a badass. But this is something else. Something else, man. Now, something else that I also want to kind of talk about is that, like, I literally feel that if you were to build up your 2-valve, you know, have something that makes like 550, 600 horsepower, you'd honestly probably be like the only new edge, you know, at a race event, whatever. At the track, there might be a couple more, but typically it's like Fox bodies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section. I feel like if a new edge beats a Fox body, I feel like it stings more as if like a new edge beats like a Coyote. So I know a lot of Fox body guys, like they rag on the 2-valves and the new edges, man. So I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Man, this car, it really is something else, man. It really is something else. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the POV drive and my review on some of the new parts I have on my Camden Pro Charged 1999 Mustang GT. This build has been very, very rewarding. I'm not gonna lie. I have been blown away with this car's performance. It has exceeded all of my expectations, and I cannot wait to go ahead and get a new fuel system on this car, turn up the rev limiter, and really go out there and hurt some feelings. So if you guys are excited, make sure you drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one, because I got some more parts in this car that are gonna make it look a little bit nicer.